What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Pokemon Dungeons and Dragonites, episode 25. We've been here for a whole quarter. And that's,
my goodness.
That's a fun fact. We're back with the trainers, the people, Team Shadow themselves.
It's me, your boy Eric. And I play this guy named Silver Rowan. He likes to train Pokemon. Not any kind of Pokemon, though. Rock-type Pokemon.
Ooh.
But he also likes to train other Pokemon because he literally only has 2 Rock-type Pokemon. So there you go.
Heyo, Ariana coming at you, and
That was solid.
I thought it was great. I play Marina, who specializes in Psychic type Pokemons.
Wow.
That cute, spicy.
That was a little spicy. I'm Tyler. I play Leaf Rowan Nadim, future champion of the Kanto region, founder of the Fighting Gym, game show superstar,
Wait a minute.
friend of
Hold on.
Item Itto, master of the Firebird Moltres, purifier of the Pokemon Tower, and maybe conqueror of the power plant. We'll see what happens.
Is that what you're going to do with the Kanto Legion?
Did you say you're the founder of the Fighters Gym?
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us are founders
that's-
of the Fighting.
I mean,
Isn't it
Absolute
Blake?
Master Blake is the founder of the Fighters Gym. You
Well,
are the
Master Blake
sponsors.
Master Blake, okay, sponsor of the
That
Fighting
makes,
Gym.
that makes us the board, right?
Yeah,
But
you're
once
the,
I
you're the
bec-
board of directors.
But since I'm future champion of the Kanto region, once I become champion of the Kanto region and I instate that as a true gym,
Fair enough. And I'm Chandler. I am your professor, the dungeon master of this whole thing. And welcome back. If you missed our last episode, or just to give a quick reminder to what happened, our trainers had left after Cinnabar Island, a volcano, caught Moltres. They had made their way towards Lavender Town after stopping off in Saffron City and having a little back and forth with Master Blake. In which they also picked up a fun egg, which we'll get to in a few moments as I have some things to roll.
forgot about that.
Yeah, and then from there, you all made your way to Lavender Town and had super spooky times with the ghost of a Marowak, in which you saved, basically helped keep this Marowak from going crazy and helped them go to the other side. There you also saved Green, a fellow Pokemon trainer from years past, and we had a little montage at the end where you all left Lavender Town to the caves, found the people of the towns who had been run off by the ghost, and kind of brought them back. And that's kind of where we meet up with you all. Is you are right here in the middle of Lavender Town. The town's kind of come back to life. People are kind of moving through it, cleaning up the stuff. There are people inside the Pokemart, like, putting the displays back. People going to their homes, kind of taking a stock of what they need to fix in the town. And you all are standing near the Pokemon Tower with Green and Mr. Fuji. But before we get into that, so with you, the egg... the way breeding works in Pokemon 5th edition, and I just didn't have it pulled up last time, so I was like, we'll get to it later, is when you're carrying an egg, it has X amount of... In the game, it's X amount of steps and it hatches. In 5th edition, a number is assigned to the egg based off of its combat rating, what type of Pokemon it is. Like, for if it was a Dratini egg, the number associated with it might be like 1,500 until it's going to hatch. I'm not going to give you the number because that kind of gives away the Pokemon in this case. But so this egg has a number attached to it at the end of every in-game day. So if you ever go to sleep, if you guys go, all right, we're going to go to sleep, then whoever is currently in possession of the egg will roll a 1d100 plus a d20 plus their animal handling. So they'll make an animal handling check, add that to the d100, and that total number will decrease the current hatch time. And then at the end of every session, you'll also roll again. And that kind of is how in canon, like it's hatching along. So since we didn't do that last time, Eric, you currently have possession of it. So go ahead and roll a D100 plus your animal handling to go ahead and decrease that hatch time the first time, and then throughout today's session, should the day end, we'll roll again, or at the end of the session, whoever has possession of the egg will roll again.
What's up, guys?
So D100 plus my animal handling, and then a D20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, a nat 20.
So
Yeah, so it hatched.
88.
Okay, so you rolled a 53 plus 7 for your animal handling, so that's a total of 80. I'm gonna say, since you got that nat 20, we're just gonna push it up an additional die and just say we got 100 across the board, just because that's a nat 20. I don't want to take away that nat 20 from you, so I'll go ahead and make the note that you have decreased the time by 100, which is nice. So you guys are currently standing with Mr. Fuji, and he's an older fellow. You all have heard about him before. There's definitely some lore with him around the Kanto region. You know of how he kind of, when Red was going through his championship path, he kind of interacted with Mr. Fuji with some different things, and you know that he for the most part is kind of the mayor, without so much the title of Lavender Town. He's just lived here forever, and people kind of look to him for leadership. You also are aware that he, at some point in his past, was a scientist, but that's really kind of the information you know. So as you're there, he kind of looks you over and he goes, I just want to thank you, the four of you, again for your help and dealing with that ghost. I really don't know what happened there.
Sorry. I was getting back to the page.
I forgot.
We just blankly stare at him.
And Green goes, yeah, I think they're still, they're reeling from that. Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost was spooky.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a concussion.
He does have a concussion.
Oh, you should get that checked out.
Probably. It's also kind of boding well for me.
I suppose it is there. Well.
Anyway, yes, you're welcome.
Yes, and I know you've already done so much for our town and so much for me. But I was wondering if you might be able to do one more thing for me specifically.
I'd love to add one more title to my long list of titles.
And he kind of looks. You can tell he's a little embarrassed to be asking this, and he's like, when we left the town in the original fleeing in the scuffle, my little duo was kind of got away from me. I tried to chase after him, but I lost him around the old abandoned power plant, and I'm too old to be climbing around in there and trying to get inside. It's dangerous. The plant's been shut down for years, but if you could do that, it would mean the world to me.
So it was your duo?
A duo.
The duo.
Yes.
It's the one with two heads.
Yeah, yes. And he takes out a flip phone, cause he doesn't have a smartphone, and he turns it around. It's a little photo of him, kind of looking with the duo next to him.
What color is its neck?
You can't tell. The photo's in black and white.
Wow.
Is it dark or is it a light gray?
Make a perception check. Trying to see if it's shiny.
No, I'm trying to see if it's a boy or a girl.
Ah.
Hey, Mr. Fuji, is it?
21.
Yes.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Oh,
Wait. 21.
I didn't know the color differentiates. What's the different colors mean?
So boys have black necks and girls have like a light neck.
Oh, it's a black neck, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a boy.
Oh, awesome. I just
Yes.
had to prove a point.
I doesn't matter. Were you not going to help if it wasn't? I really don't know what you.
What a weird thing to ask, Silver. Does it matter?
I'm just curious, you know.
He's a little sexist. It's okay.
What do you mean?
Are you? And Green kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you?"
No, absolutely I'm not.
No, he's not a little. He's a lot.
What?
She kind of.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
It's a joke? Oh my gosh. Yes, we'll absolutely help go get your... I wasn't going to speak for you all, but I will now. Let's go. We're going to go get your Drio. Drio?
Duo.
And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a Pokeball and he goes, "Here, this is Doduo's Pokeball. If you get him that way, you can just return him." And he just holds it out.
We never come back.
And put it in my pocket.
And Green kind of goes, "Well, yeah, I guess the three of you got that. I got stuff to do. So I gotta meet up with some people, do the things, you know. You guys got this, right?"
A
Like she's already like backing away.
Hey, Green, wait a minute.
Yeah. What?
We had some questions.
Yeah, shoot, go for it.
What exactly were you trying to do with the Poke Scope?
Oh, well, trying to stop the Marowak. It was causing
Right.
causing trouble. I kind of go around and try and stop trouble.
Anywhere you
I
go?
would say you're prepared for it.
Well,
right?
I am prepared for trouble, typically, which is why I had to
Last place.
look. And she kind of like pulls you guys, like tries to like gesture you away from Mr. Fuji.
All right, yeah. I'll walk over.
Look, like
Pardon me, Master Fuji.
I know, like, I technically stole the Sylph Scope, but it was for a good cause. It needed to be happen. If I walked in there and asked for it, they weren't just going to give it to me. It's proprietary information. I shouldn't even known it existed. But I was
protecting the world from devastation.
exactly. I was trying to
We're uniting all people within our nation.
Well, that was actually the issue. I tried to unite Lavender Town, but they were very much against.
They denounced the evils of truth and love.
Oh, they were denouncing that it even existed. I tried to make it apparent they were so stuck in their head that it couldn't have been these ghosts. But I knew it, and I could feel the pain coming from the Marowak, and I needed to do something about it.
The Marowak extended its reach to the stars above.
I suppose. I mean, I guess that's how it got to our plane of existence.
My name's Leaf. This is Silver, and that is Marina. We're gonna blast out of here.
I was expecting her to say, "That's right."
Oh, that's right.
We're
Meow.
gonna blast out of
Hey, guys.
here and prepare
let's
for
go-
the fight.
Let's go walk slowly out of here.
All right. Well, again, if you just don't gotta tell anyone. Listen, here's the thing. You guys don't tell anyone that I stole the Sylph Scope, which don't know where it went. I'm assuming it's broke, so no scratch off my back. And I won't tell anyone that the three of you broke into the Sylph Co with your little masky masks. And we good?
That wasn't us.
I mean, it for sure. Like, I heard you talking to the Marowak. You're using the same Pokemon that the people in Sylph Co used.
Was I? Because I'm pretty sure I was using a Ditto.
Wow. Good job.
I mean, you could have been
I-
using a Ditto in Sylph Co for all I know. That's kind of the point of the Ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, we could have all been using Dittos when we
Mm.
didn't break into Sylph Co.
Yeah, but
I
he's
know
the
for
only
a
one who's
fact I didn't
explicitly
have
said
mine.
it. She
You're
just
right,
goes,
dude.
we're
I'm
good,
just-
right? Listen,
Yeah.
we all seem to be on the same side here. You guys came to help the Pokemon. We're all here to help Pokemon.
Yep.
You know.
Well, here's
Freedom fighters.
What's that?
You seem to have a set of skills that our party, from time to time, like to utilize ourselves, could we possibly, rely on you in other endeavors helping Pokemon down the line? In this kind of
Remember, you were
sneak
possessed,
endeavor?
and now you're not possessed.
I suppose that is true. I probably would have got my way out of that at some point or another. Like if someone wouldn't have come to Lavender Town at some point, like it would have eventually gotten solved all on its own. I mean, I guess. Listen, but hey, I hold the same thing for you if I ever need some extra muscle for potential, let's call them operations. I'll call on the three of you for some helpy help.
Yep.
We have our numbers.
I do.
We have yours.
I like the way you think. I really do.
So do I. Well, anyways, and she backs away, and as she does, she tosses out her Blastoise and climbs up on the back of it, and she goes, "Whoa, what's that over there?" and points over your heads.
I don't look.
Whoa.
And then she goes, "All right, let's get out of here." And then Blastoise flips its cannons, it kind of turns them, and you see water start to go off, and then it uses Hydro Pump, and she and Blastoise go flying into the air.
Wow.
And
Looks like Green's blasting up again.
And they take off back towards the way you came, back towards back to the western side of Kanto, towards Saffron or Celadon or Pewter, all that fun stuff.
I did not know Blastoise could learn fly.
That was real impressive, I gotta
What
say.
a weird day this is.
That's straight out of the manga.
Wow. Well, I freaking dig it.
So did I.
Wow. I don't even know how to go about this now.
Wow.
I guess we should go get this Doduo and check out what's going down at the power plant.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably a good point. We should get right on that, you guys think?
Sure.
Sure.
Maybe
Let's go.
we'll sleep though.
What time is it?
It's about 6 p.m. So the sun.
Maybe
So
we'll-
it was dark when you guys came into Lavender Town due to all the storm and stuff, and then after you defeated it, it's the sun is beginning to set, but there's still some light out. It's not dark.
We helped bring back all those people, so time is progressing.
Oh, that's true. So let's say it's about 7:30.
Maybe we sleep, get up first thing in the morning, head
Yeah.
on to the plant.
Probably not a bad plan. All
Head
right.
on to the power plant.
All right. So what do you got?
Wow.
Oh, that's good. What do you do until till bedtime? Do you want to accomplish anything tonight?
I'm gonna go to the store. I'll let everybody else decide what they want to do first.
Training drills with Charmeleon.
Yeah. How long do you train?
I need to heal my.
As long as it takes for me to be able to get a full night's sleep.
You guys are able to head to the Pokemon Center. It is back up and running. If you need to heal any of your Pokemon, if you do, just go ahead and mark off that nice. And actually, you come in to heal, and you're typically ready to you're pulling out your Poke card to swipe, and Nurse Joy goes, "This one's on me. Thank you all again so much for helping our town. Just this one though." And you guys are able to heal your Pokemon.
Beautiful.
So I train for 5 hours. That'll take me to midnight, and then at midnight
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you 8 hours sleep to wake up at 8 a.m.
Cool.
I'm gonna wake up at 7 a.m. I'm just kidding.
So that is how long did you say you trained for?
5 hours.
So that is a total of. You also have the EXP share, so you can also share any of this experience with any other mons you use should you want to. Otherwise, it's 5,000 XP.
5,000 XP for my Charmeleon.
And Eric, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go to the store.
So as you walk into the store, as you walk up to the Pokemart, you push on it. The bell goes off, and as you walk inside, the shop owner and someone else is currently putting some stuff back up on the display. There's a third person that is sweeping up some trash And Debris, and as they look up, they go, "Oh, how can we help you? We are might be a little limited on stock." As he like grabs like a potion, and as he does, the entire bottom of it just gives out. Just the potion just pours out. Ooh. Yes. How can we help you?
Well, I just kind of wanted to check out your Pokeball selection.
Let's see.
Items. I'll take a look at those too.
It looks like we have about 10 Great Balls, and I have 3 Ultra Balls in stock.
Wow. How much are your Ultra Balls and Great Balls? I slipped my mind. I have a concussion.
Great Balls are 350 Poké-Dollars, and an Ultra Ball is 500 Poké-Dollars.
Okay, I'll take all 3 of the Ultra Balls.
Okay, and he like grabs a bag and starts putting those in.
And I'll take 4 Great Balls.
Cool. And he tosses those in as well. And he's like, "Is there anything else I can get for you today?"
I don't believe so, but unless you have anything, any kind of special, which I know you said your stock is low. So.
I got a special lot of trash. That's about it. Sorry, we do personalized engravings for any gravestones you may have need of for the Pokemon Tower.
Well, actually, this is an interesting request. Could you possibly engrave my Pokeballs that I have with my Pokemon?
Yeah, I suppose we could do something like that.
And then I'm gonna pull out Ivy Boy, Draught, and Ani, and I'm gonna ask if they can put engrave Boy, Draught, and Ani on those 3.
So cool. So he has you. If you could maybe pop the Pokemon out first, outside maybe.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Just so that I feel like there'd be a little bit of an earthquake in there for them.
Yeah, sure.
So you do that. He takes the Pokeballs from you. He has you kind of write it on a piece of paper first. He kind of traces it over. You go back and forth until you really like the way you look. You pick out a nice, fun font. He first shows you Comic Sans, and he's like, "Huh? Comic Sans? So what do you think about this?"
No. Let's go with that one. I'll go with the one that looks the cleanest, the nicest, matches perfectly.
Some Times New Roman, or you have the Pokemon font.
Pokemon font. I'm trying to think.
The logo?
Yeah, the logo.
Font?
Why can't I remember what it looks like?
Oh, come on.
Like, do I have anything with the Pokemon font on it nearby? I actually don't.
I mean, honestly, I feel like that would fit perfectly.
Oh, I do actually.
You know what? I think I'm going for the Omega. The way that Omega is written out,
perfect.
I want it written out like that.
Yes, the Omega font, my favorite.
Perfect.
And he puts on all of them. You have Boy, you have Draught, and you have Ani.
Boy.
Beautiful.
How'd you spell boy?
At first he tried to do BOY before he was corrected with BOI.
Exactly.
And he goes, well, with that, he's like, it won't charge you as much as I typically would for a gravestone. So let's call that 200 Poké-Dollars. It didn't take too long. So that'll bring your total up to 2,250 Poké-Dollars.
2,250?
Yes.
Okay, I'll pull out my card and swip it.
Shing! And he passes you the bag and your 3 Pokeballs back. And he goes, oh, wonderful. If there's anything that you need, well, we probably won't have it for a day or 2.
Well, I appreciate it anyways.
Yes, have a lavender time.
I see what you did.
Yes, that's, I'm still trying that one out.
Well, keep working.
Yes, sorry. Thank you. Have a good day. Marina, what are you up to?
I'm going to train Articuno.
Cool. How long?
What time you say it is?
It's about 7:30. Tyler did about 5 hours, which would put him at about midnight, and then sleep till 8 a.m.
Sounds good.
Cool. So I'll say that you kind of start doing some different stuff kind of on your own, and I say you guys kind of come across each other training, and you maybe do a little scrimmage battles, kind of helping both of you, like Charmeleon dealing with like a moving airborne target, and like you having Articuno like kind of focus on their weakness being fire and stuff like that. A little bit of a back and forth, and you also gain that 5,000 experience for Articuno. Now, Silver. That only took about like 20 minutes. Do you want to train, or do you just kind of like what do you do for the rest of your night?
Yeah, I'll train. I'll actually I'll do, since I already have those 3 out, I'll do like a triple training session.
Okay.
Won't give them as much experience, but it'll kind of build them up.
Yeah. So for that, you kind of take the 3 of them together, Boy, Draught, and Ani, kind of running some drills. You have Onyx kind of go under and like kind of do dig to make up like some different terrain for them to like. You have Boy like using its vine whips to kind of pull up onto different stuff and like dive off and attack, and 3 of them train. So you got 5,000 experience for the 5 hours. You each get 5,000 experience for your training. Remind you also have the EXP share now, so any Pokemon in your party gets experience, but you have 5,000 to split between all of them. Give them to just one individually, however you want to do it. You got 5,000 to throw around.
Cool.
And then if there is nothing else you want to do, we can you'd head to bed. The inn also gives you your night's stay on the house as well, since you all did bring the village back together, or bring the town back together. And with that, you wake up in the morn.
Awesome.
About a nice, wonderful 8 a.m. As the Pidgey. That's a Pidgey sound. You'd think it's a rooster, but it's a Pidgey. And
I panicked for a second, thinking about that Pidgey's eggs.
Eric, Silver, I assume you're still in possession of the egg, so go ahead and roll a D100 and a D20. For note, the D20 is added because it's in an incubator. So if you can get better incubators.
Super incubator?
No, this is just a normal incubator, so it's a D20. Certain incubators will give you like advantage on the roll and stuff like that.
Nice.
But this is what you have here.
Is it still with my animal handling?
Yeah. So D100 plus your animal handling, and then a D20.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
Another natural.
Holy crap. That's freaking awesome.
Wait, did you really get another nat 20?
I really
That
did.
is another natural 20.
So you rolled an 83 for your D100 plus your animal handling, and then a natural 20. So all together... No, earlier he rolled a 60. So all together with that roll, that puts you at 103. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that additional 20, and that'll put you at 123.
Yeah. That is
Patches.
No. Not at all.
Chandler, what if we continue to roll natural 20?
Then I mean,
3 in a row.
you'll slowly work that number down, and it'll eventually hatch.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it works.
But I'm a divination wizard, and this morning, let me make my 2 rolls real quick.
Ooh, sorry. Wrong campaign.
Alright, so I have a 1 and a 2 to use however I see fit today.
Sure. And how would you like to see fit to do anything today? The day is yours. It's 8:30. What would you like to do?
Well, everyone,
we just want to head to that plant. Have any of you
let's
been
go
to the
save
plant?
it and
before?
do it.
Make a history check, Silver, since you brought that up.
Ah.
Bum, bum, bum,
Oh, shoot,
bum,
what was
bum,
it? Yes.
bum.
Oh. Okay. Well. At least it's just history.
Story
14.
14. Okay, so you are aware of the power plant. Everyone, like, you all know of it. It used to, like, years ago, for Kanto, it was like the main hub of powering Kanto. And about 15 odd years ago or so, as solar power and different discoveries and scientific fields and whatnot became a thing. The power plant, with its old electronic ways, kind of fell by the wayside. The building kind of went into disarray. You've heard talks that it was bought by different people, but it kind of wasn't being used for. And then about 10 years ago, it completely shut down. There was nothing going on in it, and you know that it has had a lot of decay in it. From any of the three of you who may have been from this side of Kanto, it's kind of a tradition for like young high schoolers and different stuff to like sneak their way into the power plant and like tag it with graffiti or different things like that. Kind of like a dangerous place to go into. Ceiling has caved in some places. Some walls have kind of started to give, stuff like that.
Cool.
And you know you all know the area where it's at. It's to the north of Lavender Town on Route 10. You all know about that as well.
Right. All right. Well, I'm finished, packed up, ready to go. You guys good?
I'm good. Let's be on.
Let's bounce.
So you guys make your way out of Lavender Town and make your way into Route 10. And you can definitely, as you come out of the Pokemon Center, it's still, it's 8 a.m., it's earlier in the day, but you already can feel a change in the air from, like, this night's rest that these people have had, finally back in their homes, sleeping in Lavender Town, feeling safe again. There is still that ear in the air that is just from the fact of there is a giant graveyard here, and there's ghost Pokemon that exists, so there's like still that like eerie like feeling of is someone watching me, but the atmosphere of the town is much more alive and happy.
Hey Silver, how's that haunter doing?
You know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna throw Haunter out.
And as you do, it like comes up, and, Haunter, and it kind of like looks at you like any other Pokemon would, like waiting for like, what's up? What we doing?
Hey, you feeling good now?
Kind of like hovers up and down, shaking its head, its tongue kind of lolling out, kind of rolls back in.
You wanna hang out outside of your ball for a little bit?
And as much as like a Pokemon that's just kind of like a ghostly shape with hands can do, it kind of like stretches out a little bit and kind of like covers up next to you, kind of like just like, yeah, where we going? What we doing?
All right, cool. You're pretty low maintenance, so I think this is gonna be all right. Hopefully.
Puts up a hand.
High five.
Hand goes straight through it, and then it kind of like does like a laughing thing as its like tongue rolls out. Kind of comes back.
You know what? How about I call you Joker?
And it finger guns.
Perfect.
I don't know why this is the personality of this thing, but it is.
That's arrogant.
I mean, it's arrogant, yeah. So perfect.
You remind me of a patron I used to have.
No.
And then like you hear its voice, and it goes, "Yeah, that's another campaign. Focus on this one."
Perfect. It like came from the sky. Good one, Joker.
From the skies.
When I turn back around, can I make a perception check down? I was gonna say Trail 10.
Route.
Yeah.
What are you trying to perceive?
Some new. Honestly, not necessarily new, all Pokemon, but if there's some new ones, that'd be great too.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check. Anyone who wants to look
I'll bounce on that.
for Pokemon.
Perception.
And outrage. 10.
I got a 21.
You see like 5 Mewtwo's. I'm just kidding. As you look down this route, like, and you guys are kind of like walking along it as you're going, randing around on your way to the power plant, maybe eating some leftover breakfast, what have you. As you're kind of going, you see some Rattatas and Raticates kind of making their way through the underbrush. A few Ekans kind of slither by. A few Sparrow kind of making their way through the sky. And all of you except for Leaf, so both of you rather, you guys see a I don't know what you would call a group of them. You see about 3 Machops kind of up on the ridge near where you kind of where you like brought the people from Lavender back, that are like just like hitting into some rocks and doing some different stuff.
Flex.
Yeah, like they're flexing. And you see like a Magnemite float up and hold up like the number 10, and another Magnemite float up and hold a number 2. And you kind of shake your head, and it's just the Magnemites are just flying by. They aren't actually holding numbers. But they are there. There are Magnemites.
That's a lot of new stuff.
Magnemites?
Yes.
Holy crap, okay. First of all, what's new? Because we just...
The Eradicate, the Magnemite.
Magnemite.
And I had Moltres. I never put Moltres in my decks.
Then Moltres?
I am Moltres. Hear me roar.
It's called Moltres. Huh?
Oh.
Oh. Oh, yeah, seen. That's correct. Cool.
We've seen 75 Pokemon.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take that time and
Do you want to catch any?
then. What do you mean? We've seen 87.
What?
Yikes. We'll go through it another time. Sorry. I want to try and catch a Magnemite if it's close.
It's up on the ridge. You could chase after it if you want to.
You guys interested in those Magnemites at all? Or, I mean, I don't need one.
I need to save my party for some more Psychic type Pokemon.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys continue to meander your way down the route. As you do, you kind of come to a crossroad, but not a crossroad. I guess it is. You can either keep heading north, or there's like a path that heads off to the right. There's a sign pointing to the north that it leads to Route 9, and then eventually to Cerulean City, and then pointing down this like worn down. Whereas you guys haven't been walking down like a paved walkway, but it's clearly well worn, well traveled. This pathway is like overgrown. It doesn't seem like many people have went through here. Trees popping up, and the sign kind of points and says power plant, danger, do not enter. And like down the way a little bit, you see like a gate. That's kind of going around the perimeter of what you can assume as you like peer through it. Down the way about, a football field's away, you can see the power plant behind this fence that says danger, no trespassers, blah blah blah.
Cool. Hey, Joker, how about you come back? I'll call him back, and I'm gonna throw out Ani. Hey man, can you go ahead of us a little bit and cut through this brush that's a little overgrown as we walk behind you?
And he kind of, as he does, he kind of like just kind of pushes through stuff, leaving a nice little worn, padded down trail through the dirt as he heads towards the to the fence.
You guys ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Hey Marina, since I know you're here right now, why don't we get up to that? Once we get up to that fence, you pop out, Mrs. I don't know.
Little Miss.
You just said Miss or Mrs. That's the.
I forget what you call it, but it's a Raichu now. Perhaps your Raichu can go ahead and touch the fence just in case.
Rainy goes, yeah, that's a good idea, and tosses it out.
Just in case. She said, yeah, it's still named Pika, and just in case?
Pika, that's
what do you
it
mean,
was.
just in case?
Didn't think of its name.
What do you mean, just in case?
Just in case the fence is on.
Ah.
And she tosses out Raichu. Raichu grabs it, kind of like looks back, kind of like shrugs its shoulders.
Seems good, Silver. After you, you're a fearless leader after all.
What? What now? Oh,
After you.
okay.
I thought you were the one who was collecting titles.
Just because I have none of my titles say leader of the group.
That's a good point.
Wait, who is this fourth person that's just spoken?
Hello?
It's Onyx. Onyx kind of looks back, and then like he's looking at you, Silver, and you like shake your head, and you're like, ah, concussion. Thought Onyx just spoke to me.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd take Fearless Leader. But anyways, Ani, why don't you bust down that gate so we can get through here?
Onyx just kind of just falls,
Lays on it.
and it just like, boom.
Whoa!
He does the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, perfect. All right. You guys want to keep going?
Mhm.
You know.
Onward,
All
onward,
right.
onward.
Let's just do it. Let's get in here. At this point, I feel like we're not being stealthy at all, so it's fine.
Oh, is there a reason to be stealthy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anything's in here, right? That they
Bandit
do
is
is
about.
lost up here.
I mean, yeah, I didn't want to ruin anybody else's plans if you wanted to do it. But I guess at this point, it doesn't matter. We're
I mean,
just
kids come up here all the time, right?
Wait,
That's
what?
you said.
Hey,
Said kids-
Silver, did you want to stealth through here?
What?
You hear someone
I
yell
said-
back. Are you guys trying to stealth? You trying to? We can hear
We
you.
stealthing. We stealthing over here.
Okay, we'll get out of here then.
Perfect. All right.
So as you get across it, Onyx kind of rolls over it, and the fence kind of like starts to go back up, and it's kind of just like in a haphazard way. As you make your way closer to the power plant, you do see it's this large building. It's 2 stories. A lot of the windows are of the upper area kind of broken. Very dirty windows that are still there in the upper floors. In the bottom floors, it doesn't seem to be too many windows. What you do see are, dirty, hasn't been here in a while, the paint's chipping off the side of the building, and very overgrown around it as you approach the front of this building.
All right.
Will Onyx fit through the door? We try to go through the door.
There is only one door. There's like a couple rolly up garage
Bay doors.
door-esque, like some bay doors and stuff, that are all closed. And the only door that you see is kind of like just a normal sized door that's currently closed.
Crash
What?
it.
I mean, if we want to do that,
We should probably check if it's unlocked first.
I'll walk up and try and open the door.
Uh,
Or Leaf can.
You grab it and you kind of pull on it. The door does seem locked. But go ahead and make a perception check for me, Eric. Mr. Silver Rowan.
Silver leaf.
Rowan. Why is it taking so long? Okay, 15. That's not bad.
Uh,
Freaked me out. It's too long.
15. As you do pull on the door, it is locked. But as you kind of like take a step back from it and look up, you do notice this is like a big, heavy steel door. You notice a kind of a long cable kind of jutting out the side of it and going up to a large box that's kind of hanging above the door.
Hey, Marina, do you think Pika could send a jolt up there to that box?
I'm sure she could. So I assume he's still out.
Unless you recalled it.
No. Hey, Pika. Power up that box up there, my gal.
Pika looks up at it and goes, Pika! And then just like a small little spark comes out. Poop.
And I go, huh, what an interesting thing for a Raichu to say.
And it turns to you and it goes, Pika, and like it starts to charge.
Marina doesn't stop it.
No. No.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Tyler.
It's a Raichu.
Yikes.
Yeah, but
It's
its name's Pika.
Dirty 20.
You immediately like jump out of the way as like where you were standing, just like a thunderbolt just hits it.
You better watch yourself.
I was just expecting it.
And as that's happening, as that electric jolt hits the door, you hear a click, and the door, you can feel as it's unlocked. As that does happen, though, you do hear, you hear what sounds like some machinery and stuff kind of coming alive inside the power plant.
This might be not great.
Maybe we'll get some like free stuff out of it. I don't know.
Maybe they'll
Oh my
pay us
God.
to turn the power plant back on.
In this week's episode of Dungeons and Dragonites, our crew saves the power plant, bringing jobs back to Kanto.
The duo! Mr. Fuji's the duo!
And your yelling kind of gets drowned out as the door swings further open, and you hear that machinery just from deep within inside.
All right, Ani, come back. I'm gonna recall.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm gonna recall my Raichu.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring out my Abra. Abra.
Woo.
Find the duo. Please.
Please.
Little creature.
I was thinking you were gonna say, "Can you sense the Doduo somewhere in here?" And you said, "Go find the Doduo."
Abra,
I mean, like,
Abra just like points and then just like starts like floating its way inside and like
no, I mean like,
You're gonna do great. Bye.
I mean, give us a no, that's not what I meant. Not what I meant. I meant give us a direction.
and it goes and it like closes its eyes and its spoon kind of floats in front of its face as it takes its hands and then it points to the building.
That way.
Perfect.
Excellent.
I meant, like, you know, the little
Teleport.
yes thing that he does, just to give us a direction to go.
And then it goes, it like shakes its head and it goes, poof! And you see it a little further inside appear. And you see it further inside appear, and then you don't know where it goes. It's down like a hallway, and you don't know where it is. And a few moments pass, and then it kind of pops back to you, and kind of like shrugs its shoulders, like as best you can tell, it didn't find it.
All right, return. Thank you.
You know what, Marina? That was a good shot. Okay. Well, I guess we just head inside unless you guys want to try something else.
No, that's not.
Yes. After you.
I'll drop into a sneak and walk in.
Alright, make a
I
stealth
will
roll.
also drop into a sneak.
Make a
The
stealth
whole
roll.
power plant just came back.
Yeah, but that's like everything else is a distraction.
As you do make your way inside to this first room, though, you do notice that it is very gross. Like, it's dirty. No one's been in here for a while. There's some pieces of debris that have fallen from the ceiling, kind of on the floor. As you're kind of looking around this, what looks like an open lobby, full of chairs that are broken. There's a large desk in the middle with a computer monitor that's broken. And what'd you roll there, Eric?
I don't want to say.
No,
I rolled a 14.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
got a natural one.
So as you walk inside,
As he dropped into a sneak.
as you drop into a sneak,
I drop.
He actually pooped instead.
you kind of turn around to the group, to like you're like, shh, like, hey, be quiet. And like as you kind of do, you kind of like point. You're like, some of this stuff's like real, like, you know, don't, be careful. And as you do, you kind of step backwards, and you kind of hit a plank, and like you start to like tumble back, and a very dangerous Rule Goldberg's machine goes off as like this little plank that you just tripped across this 2x4 like sets off a chair that was on its side that then falls over, making just a domino effect of these like chairs that are each like missing like a leg or something as they all fall over and then like hit a wall, and like you all like are just like watching this as you look up, and there's just like a shelf of power plant stuff, and there's like the bowling league of 1998, and this bowling ball kind of falls off this shelf and like hits the ground and like rolls across and hits into the desk that collapses and this monitor hits the ground, and you all are just like there, like just kind of stuck, shocked at just the loud commotion that has come from this. Comparatively to the rest of the power plant, though, it's about on par with the machinery noise that's going inside. It kind of gets drowned out. So you don't know if there's anyone here that heard you or anything like that, but it's real loud.
Drop into a sneak, he said. Instead, he dropped everything he possibly could in the entire building at once.
Well, I was just trying to tell you to be careful with this stuff. I mean, listen, people lose their arms in lathes all the time.
Yeah, you almost lost yours, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, anyways, then I'm just going to stand upright, comically, like Brock would in a situation, and just kind of walk around real stiff back further into the room.
And as you do, you kind of look around. You see there is that hallway that's going right behind what was a desk in the middle, that kind of heads down back and back. And there's another room, kind of right off the front here, that's the door is like halfway off its hinges on the inside of it.
Are you referring to a map that I'm not seeing?
There is no map now.
Oh, okay. You said over here, and I was like...
Oh, I was just like pointing like straight.
Gotcha.
I'm going to keep venturing further, cautiously, not just walking in like it's my room, but, normal.
Dropping deuces instead of dropping into sneaks.
Dropping deuces instead of sneaks.
So you're heading down the hallway, or just walking around the room?
I mean, I'll just briefly scan the room, see if anything catches my interest, but I'm just gonna...
Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Man. What on earth is my investigation?
Hopefully better than your stealth.
Nope. 12.
As you kind of like come into this room and like look around with the destruction that has been caused here, you do find that bowling ball. It's old, kind of in pieces. A few plaques up on the wall for different things that like the power plant won. Some different like from like community like bowling leagues and baseball leagues and stuff like that. On the desk itself, like some old scattered papers of time cards and different things like that, dated back in like the 90s. And then you also, as you're kind of looking around the other room, you see kind of like peeking inside of it. It looks like a break room. And then you just kind of see down the hallway. That leads to, seems like some more doors, and then a open room down further where you hear the machinery kind of purring from.
Oh, so there's no machinery in this room?
No, this is just like a lobby. Seems like people came in, they'd clock in here, stop by the break room, and kind of head in further to do their job.
Cool. Well then, yeah, I'm just heading down the hall.
Silver, Marina?
I'll follow him.
I'm Silver.
Oh.
Nope,
Leave.
him Silver. I will
Don't
follow
let
him
him
down the
contaminate
hall.
you, telling you that he's Rowan.
So as you guys head down the hallway, there's a few doors in it. Any of them that you try, though, either are blockaded from the other side from just debris falling in, or you kind of like swing open the door and it's just, you can kind of look up and see the next floor where just like the ceiling has completely given in, and like desks and chairs and stuff. It looks like these were mostly offices in years past, or other locker rooms, stuff like that. And then there's the large room at the end.
While we're continuing, I'm going to continue towards the room, and I'm not just trying to talk the whole time. I'm going to focus real quick and go into my deep connection, use one of those to see if I hear any or feel any kind of emotions or thoughts or words coming from any specific direction.
Make a perception check.
I'm going to go ahead and use one of my divination rolls
Nope.
today and go ahead and use that one.
Nope.
Ah, frick, 11.
Anything that you can, like, you're like listening and you think you start to hear something, and then it's kind of like drowned out by the machinery, and then you're like, was it the machinery or did I hear something else? and you kind of like try and focus past that, like how Superman would like try and solve out each sound, but it's just it's constantly there in your ear. And as you progress down this hallway, more and more. I should also note that while this place is falling apart, with that electric charge on the door and machinery alive, the few lights that are still in here, some may be hanging by, by a cord. You guys, it is illuminated in here, and you can see where you're walking. But this. By
the way, that lasts for an hour too. So
solid. So this open room at the end of the hallway is just light is pouring from it as you get closer to it.
Should we check that room out?
Yeah, ladies first.
Oh.
Oh.
Does that apply in the situation? Sure.
I mean, only if you wanted to.
Sure, I'll take one for this team.
So as you guys like step up to the end of the hallway, two double doors, as you pull them open, it's a large room, probably about 50, 60 feet long, about as wide as the outside of the building. You see a lot of old machinery that is, some of it's kind of like trying to rev up to start working. There are a few pieces that are just alive, and there are just cords, cables hanging that are just like shooting off like sparks and different stuff like that. You see a few. It looks like they may have actually produced some Pokeballs here in time past, and you see some old heavy-weighted Pokeballs that you all know, like back in the day, they used to use like very metallic type Pokeballs, and you can see just sparks just hitting off of them, and anything from where you're standing, anything metal in this room is just current is running through it.
Dang.
This is a pretty shocking location, guys.
Very nice.
Doodle.
I'm gonna throw out Joker or Haunter.
Kind of pops out and looks around.
Name reveal, everyone.
Hey Joker. Could you kind of hover around this room, spot out if you see any, any interesting rooms or any other hallways to go down or anything like that?
Is the deep speech where you can understand Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay, so he goes, oh, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I guess. Kind of like floats in. You can kind of see him. He kind of like moves through the machinery. One of the cords is like hanging, and he starts to like move past it, and it like hits him, and you can see he kind of like jerks away from it, and he turns and he goes, "Ooh, don't want to touch that. That hurts real bad."
Yeah, careful, man. Careful.
Yeah, I don't like that. And he goes over and he goes, well, and you can hear him speaking, but it's like drowned out. And he like looks back to you, and he sees like if you're moving your mouth, and he goes, and he kind of like floats closer. It's like, oh yeah, it's real loud there. There's a staircase, goes up, looks like some other stuff, some machine things. I don't know. They don't really come here. Not really my place.
No, cool. You helped out a lot. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, anytime. Hey, high five.
Hey, of course. Yes, I'm gonna go for the high five again. Full forward.
Your hand goes straight through. He goes, ha ha ha! Classic. Oh,
it's a good one.
Such a goof.
I have a concussion, so you'll probably get me every time.
Yeah.
That concussion probably works after the
while
point.
I got you out here,
yeah, sure.
I had a quick question.
What's up?
Were you a human before, or like what's the deal? What's the thing?
And
how that works?
he gets very serious.
Yeah.
Hey,
listen. We don't know each other that well yet. I just wanted to.
I can't believe you just asked me that.
Really? Wait, was that a bad thing?
Yeah, I was actually a trainer like you. Probably, 20, 30 years ago. I kind of got in I wanted to be the champion and put together a team. Kind of went on the way, and I was kind of got stopped by a group. They were trying to rob me, and kind of the last thing I remember.
Oh gosh, well we don't have to talk about this. I wasn't trying to get all deep and man, I'm sorry.
And he goes, ah, nah, I gotcha.
Oh,
Just another goof. I mean, nah, like I used to be like, I'm, Ghost. Woo! I don't know what happened before this.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was just interested.
I
figured maybe adult people you would know, but I guess that makes sense.
I mean,
How
as we
would you
just
know?
discussed, I'm not a people. But hey, yeah, I don't know. I remember kind of like waking up, and I was like a ghastly. I did that for a bit.
Right.
Became a haunter, kind of chilling as a haunter. Ooh.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Are you wanting to are you eventually aspiring to be a Gengar, or what are we thinking?
I mean, that'd be cool. I'd have legs. But
That's true. That's true. You would.
are you,
I mean, do you
are you
prefer
aspiring
that?
to be like anything else? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it'd be super cool. I don't know if humans have quite made it to our evolutionary stage.
That's fair.
Yet. I don't know.
I've
Or
seen
maybe
some
you're
Gengar before. They have legs and they can fly and move through stuff. It's pretty cool. Right now I could just fly and move through stuff. Be cool if I had legs. Then I could kind of kick back, and I'd have a bigger belly for some. I feel like my laughs would be better. But it is what it is.
Much jollier root feeling.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, you
So
know
while
what?
while you're having this conversation, by the way, Silver and Marina, you're just kind of like standing there, just like only hearing one side of the conversation, and like you're seeing the haunter's like reactions, like you saw it get like really serious and very deep, and then it like started like laughing, and like you can hear like the laugh, but otherwise you just hear haunter.
Ah, riveting.
Hey, so,
we're
I
not
mean,
100%
let's not
sure.
monopolize this. We can keep going. But anyways, you want to chill back, or you want to stick out for a while? I mean, it's up to you. Is this interesting to you, or you want to?
I mean, it's cool. Just don't touch any of those electric things. Kind of hurts, and he kind of like puts his hand on. Yeah. Don't touch anything in here.
Oh yeah, be careful, man. Hey, I kind of like your commentary, so I'll keep you up for a while.
Yeah, sounds good. Dope. I'm gonna go hang out on the other side over there. Catch you on the flip.
Wait, you're gonna go to the other side?
Well, yeah. I mean, then I can like
The
it's
room-
yeah, like the room, not crossing to the other
Oh
side.
yeah. Oh, okay. You freaked me out there, man. I just got you, and then you're saying you're crossing over. And I was like, dude, I didn't want to push you to the other side,
I mean, not yet. And he kind of like starts to float backwards. Ooh, just a goof. I gotcha. And he kind of, you can kind of see him near the door, and he's like pointing up, and he's like this is the door.
Hey, so Joker went over there. We had a nice conversation.
You
Did
talking
guys
to
hear
yourself
that?
or to us?
I'm talking to you,
Oh,
Marina.
you didn't address me. I'm sorry.
I thought. Did you not just hear the conversation? Oh, well, that's right. You guys can't hear him.
Oh, that's right. You guys can't understand him.
Yeah. There's a staircase over there. We should probably go that way.
That sounds like a plan.
Leaf? Hello?
So you didn't address him either.
I just did. Your name's Leaf, right? I mean, what else would it be?
Well, I have a lot of titles, but what's this way?
The stairs? Okay.
I mean, you're still in the front of the room. There is a lot of current running through here. So
Let's drop into a sneak from the electricity. And
I still dropped in a sneak. I've been down here the whole time.
Oh. That's why you're crouching? Miss.
I dropped in a sneak.
Oh, okay. Well, can we actually get across this?
Well, here. How large of a
sorry, God's not answering us right now.
electricity of this is this?
I mean, as you're looking around, there's like current everywhere. You can see it kind of spark off the walls a few times. You see like a couple of cables kind of hanging. You see those like metallic Pokeballs kind of like sending off charges, like when it kind of like travels down the wall and hits it. And just
What if
machines
the
kind of
army
whirling.
crawled?
Do what?
What if we army crawled?
I don't know.
So is the floor electric or is the sky?
Are you asking me, or is Leaf saying this?
I'm asking God.
I mean, how would you like to test that? I'm not just gonna tell you.
With my elf eyes.
With your eyes?
Nice.
Make a perception check then, Leaf.
What do my elf eyes see? 11.
You see current everywhere. You cannot differentiate between what is sending the current and what is carrying the current. This is not something you are very familiar with. Electricity's crazy. Kind of does
Crazy.
things you're ready for. You just kind of see it sparking in different places off of like machinery, off of the few cables that are hanging. What's up, Marina?
I call out my Raichu.
Okay.
Pika, can you absorb this electricity so we can walk through? Is that a possibility for you to do?
It goes. You see it shrug its shoulders, but Silver, you hear it go. I mean, I guess I could try. I've never tried that one before.
Right? No, I mean, all you can do is try, really. So
For sure.
Wait, would it hurt her?
I don't know. Would it hurt you?
I mean, I don't think so. Like, I use electricity a lot, and like as she does it, like she like shoots off a thunderbolt in there that kind of like starts like powering off all the walls and like hits the floor and dissipates.
What ability does your Raichu have? Does it have Volt Absorb or no?
I don't believe so.
Pika, do you have Volt Absorb?
There's a little humor.
Thunder Wave, Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt, Electro Ball.
I don't think they have abilities.
I don't think they have abilities in
I don't think they have abilities.
5e. Features, traits. Yeah, I don't think they have abilities.
I mean, it was just a shot in the dark here. No fun.
Handheld joke.
And Pika go like, so you hear this? She goes, I mean, I'm down to try. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go give it my best. And like starts doing like a jumping on the like getting ready to go.
Do you think that you could be a conductor so that we can walk through and the electricity would only hit you?
Yeah, I guess I could try that.
I mean,
Get this train moving.
Marina, do you want to walk or do you want me to test it out? I can be.
Oh, you
Listen,
know-
I already got a concussion. At this point, it's all uphill.
You check it out.
Okay, cool.
Ladies first.
Absolutely. Did you call me?
No, move on.
Okay. I mean, I'll walk behind Pika as she tries to absorb.
Is it a she?
Do you walk into the room?
Behind Pika as she tries to conduct the electricity.
Okay, so like Pika like kind of like bounces into the room and kind of like goes over towards the machinery and like starts like rolling its shoulders. Right, Pika, whatever. Hey, like do whatever I want. Screw you, Leaf. And like starts trying to like pull in the charge. You don't see a difference, but like you can see like Raichu is attempting something here. Roll a d20 for me, Ariana.
Oh boy.
Just a straight d20 just to see how Raichu does here.
17.
You see like some of the electricity start to like come to Raichu. And as Raichu's there, like kind of like looking around, and like the it starts to get like a little panicked, like and Silver, you hear like, what do I do with this now? There's so much power running. Where do I send it? Where do I send it?
Out the roof. Send it out the roof.
And it like looks up to like the ceiling.
Is it because it's gonna bounce back? It's 10, is it not?
You guys are in a 2-story building. There is a ceiling above you.
I'll send it out the wall. Send it out the wall.
And it kind of looks over to the wall. That has like current like already running through it.
Silver, throw out your Onyx.
Oh, Ani, go! And I'm gonna throw it into Onyx.
And Onyx, and as it does, it goes Raichu and like shoots like a giant electric burst as Onyx is engulfed in this. But Onyx just kind of grounds it as it kind of just shovers through, and Onyx kind of like shakes it off, and like Onyx kind of like looks over to you as like you're running past, and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm awake now. What do we do? Oh, you're gone. Oh, all right. Thanks fix there, buddy?
From the staircase, I'm gonna return Onyx.
And
I'll return.
as you return Onyx and all that, Joker goes, "Whew, that was a good one." I like what you did there with the Raichu. Like Joker's like hovering in front of Marina, like saying this. Obviously, you just hear "Haunter," and then like turns back to the three of you and goes, "Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have told you, like, the floor wasn't conductive. You could have just walked through here, but that was good too. I like that. That's ingenuity." Like puts up a hand for a high five.
Oh, Joker, and I high five again.
Right through the hand. And he goes, well.
One of these days.
Oh,
So I
man.
return her and I say, I'm so proud of you. Mwah.
He goes, yeah, well, there's the
Wow.
staircase. And he goes, after you, and kind of like gestures at the door.
Wow. Well, good call with the Onyx. Also, just so you all know, Haunter just told me we could have just walked through here. The floor wasn't conductive.
So,
I
ceramic
don't
floor.
I don't know if we can trust that Haunter, though. He's giving you high fives 4 times.
Well, I mean, if you heard, listen, if you heard the conversations I heard, I mean, right, Joker?
You know, if you heard some of the things that I heard, yeah.
Oh, so
A lot of screams.
Lots of screams. They keep me up at night sometimes. Sometimes, Silva. The screams
Yeah.
I hear at night.
Oh my. I mean, so, but
Oh, God.
can I trust you?
The
That was my
pull
question.
from the other side gets stronger.
Hey,
every
okay.
day. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. It's just a goof. I mean, yeah, you can trust me. I mean, trust me about as far as you can throw me. Go ahead and give me a toss.
I mean, you and I both know I can't toss.
Oh yeah, but you can trust me. I'm good for it. Just like to have my goofs.
All right, well, I'm gonna walk up the stairs. You guys coming?
Yeah, I guess so.
And he puts his hand. He puts his hand over the door. He goes, "Here, let me get that for you." And his hand just kind of goes through it. Oh, I'm just. And then he like opens the door.
Does
Wow.
your Haunter ever stop talking?
Well, I mean, he's got a lot to say, and he can finally say it to somebody. I mean, come on, right?
Right.
All right. Anyways,
Joker floats up the stairs.
I still love Pika's face when it had shoot it into the ceiling.
There's just more tin up there. It's just gonna shoot back at me. What do I do with this?
oh my god.
The walls are also. I don't know what to do with this.
All right, as we're walking up, I'm gonna
So good.
I'm gonna match Leaf, and I'm gonna go into stealth. I'm gonna try.
All right,
Oh,
everyone
sure,
make a
okay.
stealth check.
What do I need to roll for that?
Oh my
Yes.
god! Come on. At least it's not a natural one, Frank. Oh my gosh.
Not much better, a 4.
3 and a 4.
And a 7.
Wow.
So you guys are just kind of like stomping up the stairs, like bah 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 bah.
By the way, Leaf, great idea with the Onyx. If the floor was conductive, it would have been freaking awesome plan.
Floor probably was conductive for all we know, but I'll add great ideas to my list of titles.
Okay. Well,
Bearer of great ideas.
not quite
They're
well.
great ideas.
So as you get to the top of the stairs, there's a door that is just broken off of its hinges, kind of laid away, and you can just see straight through this hallway. At the top of it, that leads down. You see some doors on each side. And at the far end, you see another group of double doors. Kind of getting your bearings, you feel like you started on one end, went to this end, went up the stairs, and now this other doorway is on the other end, back like on the side where the entrance was.
Sorry, I'm still laughing about Pika.
Which one?
Okay. Is the floor
Lava?
no longer
No.
conductive? Okay.
No, as you've also made it up here, you don't hear, like, the hum is still there, kind of moving through the building. It's loud, but you can kind of You don't see any like electricity. You see a couple like lights hanging there, a few obvious bulbs that are out, as well as there are a few patches in the roof where just sunlight is coming through. As you're walking, you see a few holes in the ground that you saw from below, from like where just it's rained and just rotted out the floor. So you all are like cautious of, because you're trying to stealth. You guys think you're very stealthy. You don't know the number that you rolled, so you're all like moving with care and like trying to move slow, even though it's like super loud.
As I think, man, I wonder what number I rolled on this.
If I had to assign a number to
that's-
my stealth, I wonder what it was.
That's what I'm thinking every day. I just thinking, I wonder what my proverbial self rolled for what's happening right now.
It's a 20.
Yep. So you have a hallway with a bunch of rooms and a room at the end.
All the rooms locked.
As you like move through it, like checking a few of them, some of them kind of open up, and like you open like a door, and there just is no room. You can just see down to the first floor. There's a couple that are just like blocked, but you can kind of see through like the window in it that the roof has completely given out on the other side, and so there is just the door just cannot open. And then you find two doors that are currently, there are actual rooms inside of them that are near, like you're nearing the end of the hallway where the other double doors are.
I will check the first one.
Okay. As you open it up, and Silver, as you've gotten closer to this door with your sense going out, you hear like all of you kind of hear it, but Silver, you feel fear coming from this room, but you also all hear like the sounds of like what sounds like a Pokemon crying. And as you look inside this room, there is a desk that is broken. There's a few papers scattered around everywhere. You see a few like on like some of the bookcases, like some clear nests that like different Pidgeys or Sparrows have made in this place using the paper. But you hear something crying coming from the desk.
Is there any dates on the paperwork? I'm just trying to check if there was any recent Team Rocket shenanigans.
As you check for most of it, kind of like looking it over as you like kind of come inside, a lot of it's like from the 90s. A lot of the stuff like some stat sheets, some reports for the different stuff. Some of it has kind of just been there's a tiny hole in the ceiling where like stuff has come in, so like sunshine has come in, so some of it's kind of faded. But there isn't really anything at first glance that's kind of interest.
A peek around the desk cautiously.
As you do, just like right under the desk, you see a tiny little duo, just kind of like the two heads are kind of like swerving back and forth, kind of like cowering and like shaking.
Hey, buddies.
Kind of like backs up to the desk a little bit.
We're here. Your master sent us. We're here to save you.
Like one of the heads leans forward and the other one comes up and like pulls it back.
Here, sniff me. I'm nice.
Kind of like comes up and it starts to sniff you, and the other one kind of like cautiously like comes up. Its beak starts to open, just like ready to attack, and like
Bite me.
kind of this one like opens its mouth and like just licks your hand and kind of comes back. Make an animal handling check.
I've never seen a bird lick someone.
Hey, listen.
First time for everything.
10.
So as it does and it kind of jerks back, you kind of like weren't ready for it, so your hand kind of jerks back a little bit from it, which sends the other one like pulling this one back, and it starts like opening its beak, just like hissing.
Hey, buddy.
Be careful. We can't trust these. Yeah. We gotta be ready for stuff.
Hey, I can talk to you. Can you understand me?
And like the one on the left is like clearly like it's like are you who you can understand? Don't trust them. Kind of like pulls him back.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of yeah mans today. I don't know why. I have a concussion. Do you know what a concussion is?
It's the third time you've told someone today you have a concussion, Silver. Why do you keep telling people that?
No, I don't really know anything about concussions. And then, like, as you say that, you hear, "Oh, they're not great things." And like through the desk, like Joker starts like hovering through it, and they go ah, and like start kind of like shuffling back, and like they don't know like do they try and go towards you? Do they go towards this haunter? And like because just his head is like poking through, and he's like ha ha ha.
Joker,
Yeah.
Pull out.
What?
They're looking freaked out. They can't handle your jokes right now.
That was just a goof.
I know. They're just you see how they're a little afraid right now.
Yeah, the best
So,
goofs
like-
are on someone who's I'm a ghost.
I know.
I feed on it.
I know, and I love it.
You
I
feel
really do, because Marina, what did you just say? I mean, can you understand Haunter now?
No.
That would have been
The two
freaky.
duos are just very like because they can hear all of this and understand all of this. They're just very confused.
Anyways, I love it. I love your jokes, but they're kind of freaked out, and we can't help them. And
He
if
goes,
they're
oh,
even-
all right, yeah,
I know.
and kind of
I
like
know.
goes back through the desk.
So Master Fuji, you know, your master,
Master Blue.
Pokemon trainer.
Mr. Fuji, yeah, I love him. Hey, pulling him back.
He wanted us to come find you because we helped save Lavender Town from all of the
From the
Ghosts
ghosts, from the
yeah.
They saved him from the ghost. I don't know. How do we know? How do we know you aren't bad?
Hey, well, that's a good point. Hey guys, how do I prove to them that I'm not bad? How do I prove that we're not bad? I can't think of.
Will they believe you if
Maybe.
Haunter tells them?
That's a
Mhm.
good.
Maybe you should do an inspirational speech.
That's a. I would
I'll
love
take
to.
the Pokeball out of my bag and just hold it.
Hey, is that our Pokeball?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
So, Leaf, thank you so much.
Hey,
Yes, it is.
returned.
Wow. Wow.
I was
You really,
to
you
play
really,
out.
you really
I was
made us
watching
work
it
for that
play
one.
out.
Leaf.
and
You really
and
made us-
Joker leads up. He kind of like hovers towards Leaf. He goes, "Oh, that was a good goof." And Leaf, you don't understand him. He goes, Haunter, and he puts up his hand.
I'll
Aww.
give you one.
And he goes right through his hand, and he goes, ah! and he turns to you, Silver, and he goes, oh, what a bunch of goofs.
Oh
I see
man,
why you do it, Silver. I understand now.
guys, I'm gonna take some liberty here, okay?
Oh, do you
Okay.
ever not?
I'm gonna. It's really a question for all three of you, Marina, Leaf, and Joker.
Yeah, don't forget about me.
So, Joker, you don't know this about us
Yeah.
yet, but we are actually. I don't know if you've ever heard of us. Probably not, but we are. I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna say, lean in.
And he like leans in real close.
We're Team Shadow.
Yeah, what's that? I don't.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
I
what
didn't
that
think
is.
so.
What's that?
So, anyways,
Is you bowl?
basically, no, we're not a bowling team.
We do on
Oh.
Thursdays.
Regardless of what it is, I wanted to ask if you would be our mascot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense. Like, it's Team Shadow. You're a ghost. It kind of goes hand in hand.
That's good. I could use that for my resume. How much pay? How's the life insurance? I'm dead already. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You get to stay with them.
You get to continue on adventures with Team Shadow indefinitely.
So far the goofs have been good.
I don't have a choice.
Kind of looks at his hands as if he's looking at a watch. Yeah, I figure I could be a mascot.
Guys, he's on board.
And he like puts up a hand to Leaf and a hand to Silver. Your hands both go through, and he puts up a hand to Marina.
Yeah.
Hits the solid hand, like a
Wow.
perfect high five, and he just looks at the two of you and goes, ha ha ha, gotcha, it's a goof.
Does he even know what we do? That we protect Pokemon?
I didn't get to explain.
He just agreed. That's
he-
great.
he-
I
he said that-
mean, I kind of already worked for you. I'm kind of your pet.
I mean, well, I don't think of you as a pet.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a very deep conversation between us that we could really have about what is the servitude of a Pokemon. But that's a bit too serious for me. Maybe you can have that conversation with your Onyx. He seems pretty laid back. Yeah.
Okay, well, sorry this took so long. Anyways.
Who? Me too.
Leaf, you can take over now. Too many conversations.
You're talking to your haunter for like 40 minutes.
He's like, Haunter.
Alright, so is there anything else noteworthy in this room?
Not that you... I mean, if you want to make an investigation check, you can.
Sure, I'll do that. 15.
Yeah, so as like, Silver and his Haunter are having this conversation, you're kind of, like, looking around through the room. You find a few more bits and pieces of paperwork. The desk, kind of, you open up the drawer and the bottom of it's fallen out. The few paperworks that you find seem very clerical, some different stuff. You can make out a few bits and pieces on it talking about an upcoming sale of the plant, which is stamped like 99. There's also, or dated 99, it's not a stamp. And like a few other like bits of pieces of like stats for the plant, how it's running, and just like time cards for some of the different people.
Okay, I want to check the other room too.
Oh, yep. As you guys kind of cross out of there and into the other room, as you like push past the door, it's a lot of filing cabinets. A few of them, as you look around, are destroyed from different pieces of the roof caving in that are just like completely slammed. But you find a decent of them are still put together. In here, and I should mention this, you've seen this in other rooms. There's like different graffiti tags kind of sprayed up on the wall. You see one in here that's very like large up on the wall that says Cerulean Starmies suck, and you guys know the Cerulean Starmies to be their basketball team.
Can I do like an anime style speed through of all these file cabinets?
Oh, for sure.
Trying to find anything noteworthy.
Roll for anime.
D20.
Yeah, and add your investigation.
Beautiful.
15.
Ooh, okay. Let's see here. So as you kind of go through these, you find, again, a lot of, like, statistical stuff. You pull open one filing cabinet, it's a bunch of, like, list of employees and stuff like that. You scroll through, like, seeing if any names, like, kind of interest you. Again, this is from, like, the early 90s. So, like, some of them, like, you're like, ooh, I think maybe, like, I went to school with their kid. Different stuff like that. Nothing really pops out to you. As you're going through one of the different ones, you find like a folder that's that's like titled like power plant cell, and as you like pull it out and flip through it, it's like a lot of legal garbage about like the cell of the power plant and all that different stuff. You find that it's like all of like the different signatures and everything. Proof of owner, like the last signature on the deed is just like a scribbled out name. You can't really make it out because it's so old. But you do see the name starts with a G as you're flipping through it, and you kind of go through just a lot of stuff like that.
G as in Giovanni.
It's old. It's very old. This is a 20-year-old building. Or this is 20 years that this building has not been used.
Okay. If there's nothing else here, I will leave.
And as you kind of come out of that room, Leaf, what have you been doing? Silver's having a conversation. Marina's been kind of
sitting there watching Silver have this conversation.
Just watching this one-sided conversation. And Marina, as you kind of like walk back into the room, Haunter, that's when he like did all his high-five bits and like does a gag. And he's like, ha ha ha! So what's up? What's up next? And like as he says that, you hear the machinery downstairs like die out. It seems like whatever charge you put into the building has run its course, and some of the lights in this room like start to flicker out. But like there's still enough holes in the ceiling that you can kind of see through. Yeah, if you like pull out your phone, it kind of like helps with that illumination. And with the sounds of the machinery silent, as you kind of hear it go quiet, silent for about a second, and then you hear
Whoa, that sounded like a giant bird.
Did
Yeah.
it?
And as you're sitting there, you continue to hear some more calls and some more yells and screeches.
Can you understand what it's saying?
Okay, Silver,
Not me,
you
Silver.
hear, help, stop. Help, stop. No, stop. Stop.
Guys, we gotta go. I'm just gonna start running towards the.
So you kind of come out, and it's coming from those two double doors at the end. They're big doors with no windows.
Guys, something needs help in here.
Bust through the door, Silver.
Bust through the door.
Busted through the doors.
door.
As you bust through the doors, the three of you come into this large room, similar to the size of the room you had downstairs. There's bits and pieces of machinery to the other side, some crates and different stuff like that. The first thing that, like, as you bust through is just like kind of like when you go from like inside to outside on like a bright day, and it like takes you a second for your eyes to adjust because there's just a huge gaping hole in the ceiling. And as your eyes adjust and come down, you see debris from the ceiling that has fallen, as well as in the middle of the room, you see a Zapdos that is currently being held to the ground by some ropes. And right in front of you, you see a figure wearing a cloak.
Green. Come on now.
Oh snap! I'm gonna toss Onyx out immediately and say, what is it called? I'm gonna say, use Rock Tomb on that cloaked figure.
As you say that and toss that out, as your like Onyx is coming out, the figure kind of turns to you, and the hood kind of falls back, and you see an older woman kind of standing in front of you. I'll make the token larger for a moment, so you can kind of see what she looks like.
I know who that is.
Terrifying.
And you hear her voice, and she goes, "Oh, I see we have a few visitors in here. How we doing?" And as she says that, your Onyx like throws out the rock tomb, and as the rocks start to fall, grab that right there. Like as this is all happening, you also see the Zapdos being like held down by some ropes, and as that does, you see a Gengar kind of fizzle into existence, kind of next to her, and kind of just pull her out of the way as the rocks just hit the ground. And Joker goes, "Ooh, that was a good one. Oh, that was good. That was good."
That's right. I need to pull Joker. Oh, I can't. I don't have.
Oh, you don't have a Joker. I haven't given you one yet, have I?
No.
I'll fix that momentarily. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I just went. I shouldn't
person
go.
else.
Do what? What, Leaf?
Nothing.
I'm gonna pull out my Pika.
And your Pika comes out, and the person just
Luminosa. My
Luminos, and the person just looks at you, goes, "So, how can I help you? What are we doing here?"
Well, we heard a Pokemon crying.
Pokemon.
"Oh, don't worry about that." And kind of like taps her cane on the ground. She goes, "Nothing to worry about here, just a Pokemon battle. You can go ahead and go on out of here. I know you kids always coming in here, doing your graffitis. You're good. You're good."
That doesn't look like you're doing a Pokemon battle. It looks like you're strangling it with a rope.
And she kind of looks over at it, and she goes, "Well, that's a Pokemon. This here's a Pokemon. And we're just battling. There's nothing for you to worry about. Go ahead and get on out of here. This is none of your concern."
I don't think that's true.
And she goes, "Ooh, I don't think you want to get in the middle of this."
Anybody else? I don't want to keep talking.
Well, I wouldn't either if I were you.
I was in my app. Did she resist the rock tomb or?
No. Gengar pulled her out of the way.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, I don't know if this quite, works with the rules for Pokemon battling. Don't you want to win Pokemon battle fair and square?
Oh, rules are for people who are weak, and yeah, rules don't really apply to me and my group. We're kind of above the rules, some could say.
Chandler, do we know who this person is?
You have never seen this person before in your life.
So, tying down a wild Pokemon makes you stronger?
It makes it easier to catch it. These birds put up quite a bit of a fight.
And that makes you stronger?
Keep them tied. Well, having a strong Pokemon like that sure would make us a bit stronger, yeah. We've been trying to pick some of them up. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Just, get on out of here.
I don't think we will, honestly. I think we're not gonna let you do that.
And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a couple Pokeballs, and she goes, "Ooh, I don't think you get a say in that. Hi. I'm sorry.
I also pull out Articuno.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Well, Miss Creepy Old Woman with a Ghost, you seem to have put that Zapdos in a Pokeball yet, so therefore it's still fair game.
And she goes, well, I guess it has been a while since I've had a nice little Pokemon battle. I will say, though, you don't know what you're going up against right now. I can see the look in your eyes. I can see it, and I've seen it before. Your trainers, I'm sure, you got 5, 6 badges? Sure, you think you're hot stuff. I am the original stuff. There is no one who is better than me and my. And she drops the 2 Pokeballs on the ground, and as they do, an Arbok and a Golbat kind of appear. Looking at them, these Pokemon are like these are not like Yellow's Pokemon. These are not like Brock's or Misty's Pokemon. The only type of Pokemon you've seen like this before are akin to like Green's Blastoise. Like these Pokemon are hardened, trained Pokemon, and they seem to know what's up as they're kind of like looking at you. And she goes, "What you want to do?"
Roll initiative.
I don't know. We probably have to talk about. I don't know what we do.
As future champion of the Kanto region, I shall defeat you here and now and claim the electric bird for my own.
And she kind of laughs and she goes, "Yeah, I thought I wanted to be champion of this place once upon a time too, but that's more trouble than it's worth." And she goes, "Go!" And as she charges out. Now, a question that I need to ask. As trainers, typically in handheld game, in the anime, they just know moves. How do you 3 work as trainers? Do you have are you constantly referencing your Pokédex? Like when you see these 3 Pokemon, do you scan them with your Pokédex? How do you all do that?
Well, I put them in my Pokedex, and I was also checking my Pokemon's vulnerability, resistance, immunities.
All right. So as you have that out and your Pokemon are getting ready, you see her kind of eye it and go, "Oh, you're some of Oak's brats, aren't you?" And then she goes, "Attack!" as she steps back. So yeah, roll initiative.
Oh,
I think we made a mistake.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, Tyler knows who she is, and I didn't know she was a bad guy.
Yikes.
What do we add? I'm sorry, I was asked this.
It's initiative plus their
D20 plus the dex.
Dexterity is what it is.
So this is for Onyx. Son of a gun. And then I guess I should roll twice, or is it just once for us?
That's a 20.
Joker's out and about, so yeah.
So it's just once or twice?
For each. For you, it's just individual. I'll roll individually for the 3 of these, but yeah.
I'm not gonna find those.
So so I just roll 1.
Yeah, so yeah, you
Got
can
promotional
command
support.
whichever Pokemon you have out there. Tyler with the natty 20. Ariana, what is yours?
21.
21?
No, it's 30.
Okay, so you'll go after Tyler. And let me roll for 13 in that, so Golbat and Arbok. Cool. Tyler, you are up first as she kind of like steps her way back as her Pokemon kind of like come in front of her, and Silver, you can still hear like this Zapdos like still trying to get away. You can see it's like been tied down and it's stuck. You can see it trying to move as these 3 Pokemon come up, and like they look like a bunch of bullies. Like they're kind of like hitting up against each other like this group. And like the Gengar looks over and goes, "Yo, Hanta, well, what are you doing with these scrubs?" Joker's like, "Hey, no, they're good. Hey, you want to get out of here? Like we can go. You can just go. You don't have to do that. You just And as that happens, Charmeleon does.
Charmeleon's gonna go do his signature move, and he's gonna run over and blast them all with a Dragon Rage.
Go for that Dragon Rage.
They can all go ahead and make a DC 14.
All right, DC 14 Dexterity save. Gengar has a nat 1. Golbat has a 13. And Arbok with a 18.
So Arbok's the only one that succeeded.
Cool, so he takes half damage.
29 dragon damage. Arbok takes half of that.
Cool. Minus 29. Minus 29. And it is Ariana who is up.
Alright, I'm gonna send Articuno over to do. If I go over here with can I move you? There we go. With Charmeleon, can I hit them all?
Are you trying to do like is it a straight line?
Powder Snow. Is it?
I don't know. What does the move say?
You send a blast of cold snow at a creature. Make a ranged attack roll on a creature doing ice damage.
Oh no, so you just choose an individual Pokemon to attack.
Ah, boo.
Who would
Okay.
you like to hit?
So I'm come back over here, and I'm gonna hit that Arbok.
Okay, go for it.
I will go.
Or
for
will
it.
attempt to go for it. Bum 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 bum.
26.
That surprisingly hits. Go ahead and roll
Wow.
damage. Roll damage. And Eric, you rolled a nat 1, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
14 damage.
14 damage, cool.
Can I also try to send Luminosa over towards the Zapdos?
Yeah. However far their movement will take them. And while that's happening, the Golbat is going to kind of like pull up into the air and is going to turn towards this Charmeleon. No, not this Charmeleon. I take that back. Is going to turn towards this Articuno and is going to use Absorb. It's going to like fly over towards Articuno and attempt to hit them. Let's see if it happens. That is a bump plus bump. That's a 14 to hit.
Oh, is it to me? I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
moving
to
mine.
Articuno, sorry.
14. No.
Cool. So that misses. Next up is Gengar, who is going to turn towards Charmeleon and is going to run up with a giant fist and just slam into Charmeleon's face for a 18 plus 9 to hit. I'm assuming that hits. 26.
That barely hits him, yeah.
And is using Payback. And since you dealt damage to them on his previous turn, they will double the dice rolls of damage.
What type is that?
It is a dark move. Slash GM roll. 8. Shoot, I rolled 3 nat 1s in that. For a total of 18 points of damage.
18
That's sad. Next up is Arbok, and Eric is on deck. Arbok is going to slither over towards Onyx and Arbok, and is going to go for a you know what? It's going to go for a Fire Fang. So its teeth kind of come out and like fire kind of erupts for them as it like bites towards Onyx's skin. For a 16 plus 8 for 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Sweet. Sadly, had it been a natty 19 or 20, you would have been burned. That's sad. Would have been burned and you would have flinched. Darn. Maybe next time. For a total of 18 damage as well. So 18 damage your way, and it is Onyx's turn. Tyler is on deck.
Onyx is going to throw Rock Tomb at Arbok.
Okay, and that is a strength save?
It is a strength save. Yep.
Cool. That is a plus that. That is a 9.
No.
Cool.
That'd be 17.
Sweet.
So it's going to take... I already had this up. Darn it. Sorry. I got to read it. So it's 2d8 plus 12.
Okay. Roll that damage. And it is restrained after this, right? Has to make a strength save to get out on its turn, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. 19 damage, and then, taking rock damage and becoming restrained on a failure, or half as much with it without being restrained on a success, so it is restrained. If it fails at the beginning of each of its turns, it has to attempt to escape with a strength save against the DC again, which is 17. And if not, it will automatically... let's see. While a creature is restrained, you may continue this move as an action to deal an automatic rock damage.
Cool.
So,
and as this does this, and you have like your Pokédex out, you are familiar with attacking Pokemon similar to this before with Rock Throw and other rock moves, and your Pokédex is also similar with this, and it's outputting information to you where this Arbok should have been hurt a lot more by it. You're looking at it, and Arboks are vulnerable to ground moves. Like, this thing should have been hurt by this, but it seems to kind of shrug it off like any other Pokemon would. It seems as if it might not have any vulnerabilities.
oh, shoot. Hey, guys, I'm going to relay this. Just kind of shoot it over to him. Basically saying that Arbok should have taken a lot more damage. It seems like it's got some kind of invulnerability thing going on.
And with that, it is Tyler's turn. Ariana, you are on deck.
Oh, wait, do I not get to do Haunter?
Oh, shoot, yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to use Haunter. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of like, as you look over to him, he's like kind of kicked back as if he's on like a chair, and he's got like fake glasses on. He goes, "Oh shoot! You want me to do something?" I thought I was just gonna watch.
You're cool, man. I can't control him, by the way.
Oh yeah, I dropped him in. Because I didn't get because I put him in, and I did not give him to you. I just put him in your journal. It's been a minute since I've added new Pokemon, so I forgot to give you ability to control him. All right, you should be able to control him now.
Yes. Okay.
Ariana, could you do me a favor and click on the screen with your like ruler? Because it's like still stuck on the screen from when you dragged stuff before.
Off on mine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on mine.
Is it gone?
Yes, but now it's in the middle. Can you do it up in
So weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Roll 20 is doing it for some reason.
Oh well. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect down there.
It's not on my screen at all.
I'm gonna go to the other side and flank Arbok
Okay,
while restrained and do Shadow Punch.
cool. You have
Which
advantage
is
on that because he's
automatic.
restrained. Oh, it's automatic. Cool. Supersonic, funky, fresh.
But okay, and then it is.
I should remember since I attacked you guys with that last time.
Excuse me. All right, that's 10 damage.
Cool. So as that kind of punches through the rock, Joker kind of like laughs and goes, "Ah, easy punch there. Yeah." Kind of rounded up his arm.
And it's a ghost punch too, so hopefully that doesn't knock any of them rocks off.
No. Kind of like moves through it.
That could be fine.
What's Charmeleon up to?
He's gonna hit Gengar with a Ember.
Go for it. Or attempt it at least.
27.
That hits.
Oh, I rolled a 19. He's burned.
Ooh. Roll damage. Ba-bum-bum.
20
Oh, shoot.
fire damage.
Way to go. Fire kind of like rushes through Gengar, doing like some decent damage. And you're like, oh, nice. And with that, it is, if you have nothing else, it is Ariana's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move Luminosa up here,
Okay.
and she's gonna use Bite on whatever is holding it down.
Okay. Onto the ropes.
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it. Just roll as if you were attacking something else.
15.
Cool. Yeah, so does that go ahead and roll damage?
Sweet.
I'll assign just a value to the rope as like Luminos is trying to like bite through it here.
Six damage.
Cool. And kind of like starting to bite through it. You can't see cut from your far away, but like camera zooms in, Luminos is like biting into it and like starting to make her way through this rope.
And then Articuno
Cool.
is going to use Ancient Power on that Golbat.
As like these rocks from nowhere start to just lift up in the air with like this purplish glow coming off of them.
20.
And that's to Golbat, you said?
Yeah.
Hits, roll damage.
Five. 17 damage.
17 damage. Very, very nice. And as you do that, basically it's just going to turn around and make a ranged attack, unnatural. Cool. And it's going to attack Articuno. It's going to start to hover away a little bit. Kind of like put some distance between it and Articuno. And it's going to go for an Astonish. That is an 18, natural 18, plus 9. Cool, 26, that hits. Astonish on a natural roll of 15 or more, the target flinches. So your Articuno flinches and doesn't have an action. Which you outspeed, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, it doesn't do anything because you outsped. Had it gone before you, you would not have had a turn this time. But we'll still roll damage here. I didn't consider that when that attack was made. But still a decent amount of damage here. That's for a total of 13 points of damage.
Right.
And with that, it is going to be Gengar's turn. Gengar is going to
4 damage.
do what?
Take 4 points of fire damage.
Now it's going to take its fire damage, and it's going to kind of take a step away from Charmeleon. And as it does, it kind of fades from existence a little bit. And then it kind of appears next to Agatha again. Oh, I said her name. Oops. Next to the woman. And as she does, she kind of takes out, and you see her apply something to Gengar.
Is that a freaking burn heal? Because I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah. And then as Gengar does that, his arms come up, and a ball starts to form in front of him, and it starts to pull, like spin around. And as it does, some of the light in the room kind of fades as this thing like pulls darkness into it, and then it just goes straight at Charmeleon here. For a +9 for a 16 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Cool.
My AC's 15.
Roll 4d6 for 27 points of damage. And as the ball like hits into Charmeleon, it kind of shovers out and like kind of dissipates. But as it does, you can see what like a shadowy like blindfold that's kind of been applied to Charmeleon's face. Charmeleon has a -2 to his next attack.
What a shame.
Yeah. And with that, it is Arbok's turn. Arbok is going to make its strength save to try and get out of this. That is a natural 1. So it's stuck in there, cannot do anything. But it's gonna it's like trying to shuffle around and get through it, but just cannot do anything there.
Alright, and then it takes 17 damage.
Cool. And with that, it is your turn, Eric. Tyler, you were on deck. Ariana after that. What you gonna do,
Okay,
Eric?
let's see. Shoot. Okay. He's gonna rock throw. I was checking one other thing out, but yeah, so he's gonna rock throw at Arbok.
Okay. And he's already there, so it just auto takes damage.
Okay. And it is 2d6 plus 12. So 20 damage.
Wonderful. Shoot. As that, like, Arbok is not looking great. It seems that this has really, really held them down, and kept them from being able to move around. And, like, as you're, like, doing this, you kind of look up, and the woman, like, kind of scowls looking at you and, like, Arbok here. Doesn't seem too happy about that.
Okay, and then I'm going to have Joker turn and use Hypnosis on Golbat.
Okay, and that is a wisdom save?
A wisdom save, yeah.
That is a 12.
14.
Cool, so
Golbat's
is
asleep.
sleepy. So as that hits him, Golbat's kind of like flying and kind of wings start slow, kind of just crashes to the ground, and is currently asleep. And is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Back to the top of the turn order. Tyler, what's up?
Ember on Gengar.
Cool. Go for it.
14.
14. That misses. So the Ember kind of shoots off, and as it does, Gengar kind of goes intangible and kind of steps through the fire. It kind of leaves a fire bit on there. As you do make that attack, though, the blindfold then kind of fades away and dissipates from Charmeleon's eyes.
Then Charmeleon is gonna come back to me as far as it can.
Cool. Ariana, what you doing?
Luminos is going to use Bite again.
Cool. Roll the attack. Actually, it doesn't matter about the attack. Luminos has already got it. Just go ahead and roll damage again. It's like she's already there. She's already on that rope.
Just trying to gnaw at it more and more.
Yeah.
Seven again.
That with the 6 before. Yeah, so as that the rope kind of ting and kind of like flips back. Zapdos like starts to try and pull through, There's still one more
Silver.
rope on the other side of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But
So now-
making a chance. Zapdos is starting to pull.
I haven't moved her yet, so I'll just move her to the other side for next turn.
Yeah, and Silver, as that happens, you hear the Zapdos goes, yes! I'm so close. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
And Silver, tell
Pokemon.
him who the enemy is. It's that lady.
It's I could give it a shot, but obviously I think that's as much as I could probably say in that moment.
I'm
You
also gonna have Articuno do Powder Snow again at the
Alright.
Golbat.
Golbat, you have advantage because it is asleep and just lying on the ground.
Sweet, let's get the frick out of here. Well, that's a 9.
And advantage?
Oh, right. 14.
Barely misses. AC 15, so it kind of just passes through. You kind of see a shiver go through Golbat as it uses its one arm to pull its wing over it a bit more like a sheet, like it's a bit too cold. And with that, it's actually Golbat's turn. But before it does anything, the woman kind of walks over and she... Again, the three of you really just... You need to know your place, and this just isn't it. And she kind of uncaps something and kind of pours it onto Golbat, who kind of shocks awake and kind of looks around. And it's going to go for a... It's going to lift up into the air and just start... And just blow its wing. Yeah, she used an awakening.
okay.
She's the first trainer we've ever fought that is using Idol.
Right. Yeah.
Some might say she, compared to the trainers you fought before,
She's elite.
she's elite.
Some would say she's elite.
So she uses, or Golbat then goes for the wing attack on Articuno.
Then,
For a natural 19 plus 9. So that's a 27 to
There's
hit.
4 of them.
Me?
Yes, Articuno.
Well, yes, that hits.
For a total of plus that 20 points of damage to Articuno. And next up is Gengar. Same thing as before. Now seeing this though is going to start pulling together its the shadows from the room, and you hear it, Silver, as it kind of takes a step towards Joker, and he just kind of laughs and goes, "Ooh, bet you didn't see this one coming," and it sends off Shadow Ball towards your Joker, who is vulnerable to this move. So I shall roll with advantage. That was terrible advantage. For a total of plus 9 for 12 to hit.
No.
Yeah, that I rolled a I rolled a 5 and a 6, so that was worthless advantage. So it kind of
DM at your discretion, but does it go through Joker and hit Arbok?
no, as it kind of goes through, it moves through Joker, who kind of what, and kind of moves around. And as he does, it kind of sends movement through the air, and it kind of hits off the rock and pops away. With that, Arbok is going to attempt to make its strength saving throw. With an 11.
Nope. 17.
Yeah, Arbok got screwed.
That Onyx
Yeah,
does it to everyone,
okay.
though.
27 damage.
So as you start to see, as that damage starts to go, she looks up and she goes, gotta work on that one a bit more. And she holds up a Pokeball and returns Arbok. And as Arbok is returned, the rocks kind of just crumple in on themselves. And she goes, oh, I gotta give you props on that one. You don't see my Arbok going down too often, but maybe there is something about the three of you. And it is Eric's turn.
Onyx is going to kind of shift over here, and is going to throw Rock Tomb at Gengar.
Go for it. Misses.
So
He has levitate.
He does have level.
well, he has to make a strength.
Yeah, like, they
save.
don't have abilities though.
He does though.
No, he doesn't.
He
Shut
does.
up.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I don't know what's happening right now.
He's actually, you know what? Typically is vulnerable to it. So you know what? I'll roll with disadvantage.
Freaking levitate.
I'm still not understanding what's happening.
So typically if you had levitate, which even then I actually don't think rock throw is affected by levitate. It'd be more rock type based.
Well, this is Rock Tomb.
It's
not
Rock Tomb. These
Which I think-
Pokemon are heavily trained. As you kind of got a tidbit from that Arbok, a typical Gengar is vulnerable to a ground type or a rock type move.
Right.
This Gengar, it has no vulnerabilities. These Pokemon are hard trained, and this one is currently floating in the air, kind of off the ground. So that's why it's like
disadvantage. Well, here's the thing. Well, then he would
because
just
it's typically a
advantage,
streak.
'cause
So
I don't
yeah,
make a roll.
yeah. So I'll let him go for that. That is a natural 14 plus his strength. Right?
It's a strength saving throw. So
Strength save. So that's for a total of 16.
no, fails.
Ah, dang. What is it?
17.
Ah, dang it. I hate this Onyx. This Onyx the worst.
And then it takes 22 damage.
Cool. So as those rocks kind of
Currently, what's a friggin' entombed, but restrained.
so as that kind of
who
piles
taken-
on it, she kind of goes. I think it's really just him though. The two of you haven't really wowed me yet. But
Dang.
that one, he's got something up. He's got a future.
And then I'm gonna say, Joker, put her to sleep. And he's gonna use hypnosis on the old woman.
Has no effect.
Dang.
You
I'm
didn't
gonna
notice
say-
her cane, I think, has a haunter
Real quick, I'm gonna say,
head on it.
Joker, what happened, man?
And I've never encountered that before, huh? Never been able not
Okay,
to.
then
And as he says that, as a reaction, she is going to kind of lift up her hand and point it at Joker, and Joker is like, I've never had that, and like freezes in mid place as he kind of stiffens up a little bit and is just frozen in the air, and she goes, yeah, I don't like people trying to mess with my mind. I paid you a compliment, buddy. I really didn't think you'd try something like that. That's a no. No, don't do that.
As my trainer action, I'm gonna return Joker. And that's it. That's all I got.
Tyler?
Remind me how much a potion heals.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think it's, I'll have to scroll up for it. I believe it is plus your health. I want to say a typical potion is a 2d4? Pokemon. Pokemon. Gotta heal them all. Pokemon.
Everyone has the answer.
A hyper potion is 4d12. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, I use a potion on Charmeleon. And
Charmeleon.
it heals 11.
Sweet. Kind of Charmeleon kind of comes over and you like pop the cork and kind of like dump it into Charmeleon's mouth, and as he does, a shiver kind of runs through him, and Silver, you hear him go, ooh, yeah, that's the stuff. Ooh.
That's the stuff.
Well, you like that, bro.
And then Charmeleon's gonna go after his quarry once more.
Why did
and he
turn into such a douche?
who?
A concussion.
Oh yeah.
Silver.
What are you using?
He's gonna ember the
You have advantage because they are restrained.
Gengar.
Go for it.
21.
Hits. Roll a damage.
$21 fire damage.
Ooh, very nice.
Hello?
Oh shoot, I did forget my Santa hat. What else you got, Tyler? Anything else?
Gotta redo
That's-
the whole episode.
Ariana, you are up. Luminosa, go ahead and make an attack, since it's a new rope now. Kind of runs over, kind of moving around Zapdos. Alright,
12.
go ahead and roll damage.
Damage. Oh, okay.
Bites onto it.
8 plus 1. 14.
Ooh, very nice. That's enough. It had 10 hit points. So kind of as you like bite through it, Luminosa kind of like takes the bite and it twing, flips over, and as it does, Zapdos like stretches out its wings to its full wingspan and like kind of starts to like. I'll go ahead and put it in an initiative order. Okay. Ooh, that actually puts it
Truth.
right there.
Sorry.
And what's Articuno up to?
Yes. Articuno is going to use Gust
Okay.
on the Golbat.
Okay.
That is 1d20. $12.
12 to Golbat. Misses.
Yeah, figured.
And it is Golbat's turn. Golbat is going to start flapping its wings and go for another wing attack on Articuno. That is a natural 17, so plus 9. I imagine it hits. Just, I don't want to do math, mostly. Roll 1d4. For a total of 23 points of damage.
Great.
And then after that, it is actually Zapdos' turn, gets popped in. As the three of you are watching this, the woman hasn't seemed to notice that this has popped out yet. So as Zapdos rises up, still doesn't notice, and Zapdos is going to start careening towards her, kind of like dipping in. And Gengar can't save her here, so Zapdos is just gonna attack her. Yeah, it's gonna kill her.
Zapdos knows that she's the one.
Yeah, Zapdos is gonna try and kill her. That's what's happening. Move to party, so I can see. No, don't move to PC. There we go. Cool. Just so I can see this. I'm gonna go for that. It's actually going to, as it goes down. At the last second, she steps out of the way, and it just hits the ground with its beak, and she, like, you all can see, she's a little shocked. No pun intended. And she kind of looks over and sees Eevee kind of, like, after Eevee did that, Eevee, like, sat down and, like, just started licking its paw, and, like, kind of looks up at her, and she goes, ooh. I see I underestimated the three of you. And she kind of holds up her Pokeball and returns Gengar and Golbat. And as she does, like, the rocks kind of crumble in again. And she goes, oh, well, I came here for a reason. Didn't really do what I needed to. But I feel like I may have learned something that will help us out. I feel like I've done what I've needed to do. And she goes, well, if you need me, well, I'm sure I'll find you before you find me. I feel like, should I do a speech? How do you guys feel about speeches?
I like speeches.
You like speeches?
Is Zapdos gonna let you?
Like, the Zapdos, like, after attacking is, like, just, like, sitting there, like, flying. It's kind of like seeing the Pokemon return And like Silver, you hear it go. What is she do? Is this a trap? What is she waiting for? Why isn't she doing anything? Like it's kind of like just talking to itself.
I'm gonna yell, back away, Zapdos.
And Zapdos kind of looks at you. Make a animal handling check.
Zapdos goes, who do you
Who are
think
you?
are coming in my house?
And tell me to back down off the lady who tied me up.
No, wrong direction. 26?
Ooh. Yeah, Zapdos, like, it's like you say that, like, Zapdos, like, looks at you. And he goes, I mean... Alright, man, but, like, just for, like, a minute, okay? And kind of, like, floats back a little bit. And she kind of looks at you all and she goes, what are your names? Who are you? You know, what's your deal all about? And she, like, one hand on a cane, kind of, like, hovering her hand about.
What's your name first?
Ooh, that's not how this works, honey. And as she does that, her, you start to speak, but you realize you can't. And like you're moving your eyes around, but like you have no control of your body as her hand is up. And then she just drops it, and you like kind of like bounce in yourself.
Oh, what the heck was that?
Oh, yes. So you were saying your names are?
I already introduced myself before the fight. My name's Leaf Nadim, future champion.
Yes. Good to know. And the girl?
The girl, she says. The girl's name is Marina.
Wonderful. And the competent trainer?
Well,
I told you my name's Leaf Nadim, future champion.
And as you start to speak, you just freeze.
I'm Silver.
Yes, good to know. We might have use for you. I am Agatha, of the legendary Elite Four, and we might be seeing you. We're always looking for some new blood to fill out our ranks, I should say. And as she does that, she drops her hold on you, Tyler, and she like takes a few steps this way, and then just turns and runs and dives through the window.
Oh my! Holy crap!
She busts into a full sprint.
Some speech.
And,
Wow!
And as she turns to run, you were all like taking like this frail-looking old woman just like booked it into a sprint and just dove out the window. What you doing?
Did you guys just? Did you just jump out the window?
The Elite Four are bad guys.
Everyone make a history check for me.
Oh, what's my history?
We've tapped on this before, so in the handheld games, for any of our friends listening, the Elite Four are typically the last 4 people you battle before taking on the champion. As we've addressed before, this is a Pokemon League, and I've told you before, like, when you guys talked about Elite Four, I was like, nah, you guys don't fight them, that's not a thing. Tyler, did you roll that 16 for your history?
Yeah, 16.
So, Leaf, you kind of have a bit more of it. You've heard about it, you've heard about it more so not from, like, being a resident of the Kanto region. You've actually heard about it during your time working for Team Rocket. Marina, you're kind of getting bits and pieces of this. In Silver, you're like, I feel like I've heard the name, but you can't page it. But Leaf, you've heard it specifically talked about from Giovanni. Like, you think back to one of your times, you were like, you were waiting on him, you were getting him some paperwork and different stuff, passing off a Pokemon to one of the other admins, and they were speaking about this group known as the Elite Four. That's 4 trainers, legendary trainers that at one point or another have gone through. And you've specifically heard this woman mentioned before, and as you now, like, as the battle passes, you have a minute to realize you've heard her name before. Her name is Agatha. And, like, as she said it, like, it all clicked into place. She was one of the favorites for the Pokemon League, about 25, 30 years ago. And then after she lost in the Pokemon League, and I feel like you would know this, like, you want to be champion. I feel like Leaf has done a lot of research into, like, the championships of past. You know that she actually lost, in, like, the second to final fight to who would become Professor Oak. That was actually her rival. And then after that, she kind of disappeared. Until you started working for Team Rocket and you heard them mention that this Elite Four, they see themselves as superior not just to people and Pokemon, but a step above the Pokemon League, a step above Team Rocket. You thought Team Rocket was a bad group. Giovanni is not scared, but as you've heard him talk about it, he is wary of the Elite Four and their team that they are comprised of. And after all this, and you guys are just standing there, the Zapdos kind of looks at you guys, and Silver, you understand. He goes, so, I'm just...
Wait, hey, hold on a minute.
Well, yeah, what's up? Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, thank you for helping me. It was real great.
Not even just that.
Yeah?
The fact, I mean, do you get that I'm talking to you right now, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird.
I get it.
Never really seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of weird stuff today, like that. That lady. Whew.
She busted into a full sprint.
She's freaking creepy.
All of her hand things. How do you think she got me held down to strap those ropes down? That wasn't fun.
So while I'm talking, I'm going to return Onyx, and I'm just going to kind of walk over and just say, hey, so listen, I don't know if you're familiar with this term. You're a legendary bird. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Me and Articuno, and, like, as he says that, like, Articuno's, like landed and, like, is, like, ruffling some of its feathers, and, like, as Articuno, it looks up and it goes, sup? Like, keeps ruffling its feathers.
Hey, Leaf, you mind throwing out Moltres?
And Zapdos goes, oh, shoot. And Moltres appears it appears in front of you guys as well. You actually don't have a Moltres. I haven't given you Moltres yet. I apologize for that. I forgot to put that onto your paper. I'll fix all that after today's session. I keep saying stream. I don't know why. Forgive me. You know streams. Welcome to the stream, everyone. So as you toss out Moltres there, Zapdos kind of looks up and goes, oh shoot, you got like the whole group, and Moltres goes, yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm going to say, so, my proposition to you want to join our team? I mean, you saw what we do to someone like her. Of course, it was one of her, it was three of us, but, I mean, we got a really cool group going here. We got the other two legendary Pokemon going on. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a pretty good group to have behind you.
And Zapdos kind of like takes a couple steps forward and goes, let's have a legendary bird chat. And they go, yeah. And then like the Moltres and Articuno kind of like walk over, and they like kind of get into like a little group, and they're like talking, and like you can hear like mutterings from like, yeah. I mean like Leaf's kind of a weird one, but she's pretty good. You know what a joke. What's this? And Zapdos like joker. What's a joker? And Articuno goes, yeah. He funny guy. Kind of. Woo. Zapdos like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? And Moltres goes, hey, listen. I don't mean to be the hothead here, but if you're looking for some action, looking for some good fights, pretty good time. Articuno's like, listen, it's cool. It's cool. Might as well. And Zapdos like,
might as well. Nothing else to do.
And I'm since I hear them, I'm just gonna kind of over the anime style, over the shoulder, holding up an Ultra Ball, say, "Hey, I got a real comfy Ultra Ball for you as well."
And like Articuno and Moltres both look up and go, "Yeah, we didn't even get that. You should go for it. Go for it."
We didn't get that deal.
Zapdos goes, turns to you like, "All right, got some demands."
Oh god,
demands.
Okay, what's your demands? I love to hear
3 square meals a day.
That's a lot.
I think that's doable.
Aye, sign me up.
Oh,
really? Okay.
These two are cool. We used to run back in the day.
Wow. Well, hey, I'm glad it worked out.
We got the boys together.
Listen, yeah, exactly. We got the boys back together. Wait, Marina, can you hear?
What?
And then I throw my own Pokeball at Zephyr.
No.
Zapdos.
Yeah.
So you walk up, Ultra Ball up. Ching.
Nice.
And you have caught Zapdos.
Frick, yeah.
I was gonna make you roll for this and try and persuade it, but then you already had Articuno out, and then you tossed out Moltres, and I was like, I feel like they just chat about it.
I love that so much more.
So let's go ahead and roll for El Gendo.
Check.
It is a female.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, make your shiny check. Roll a d20. Let's see if it's shiny.
All right.
Could you imagine?
Dang, that would be so freaking cool, and it's not.
I mean, it really wouldn't. So Zapdos is shiny isn't that great. Its legs change color.
I mean, I would enjoy it.
Yeah. So it's a female, and
Hold on, sorry, I don't have it. I don't
you're
even
good.
have it. Zapdos, it's a female.
yes, and it is sassy.
That makes sense.
So that gives it +2 charisma, -2 to dexterity.
And what level is it?
It is level 15,
All right.
and it's base move set.
It doesn't have any base moves.
Well, whatever moves it gives it should be Thunder Wave, Pluck, Agility, and Thunder Shock, as well as Struggle.
So the one that it gives me is Charge, Agility, Ancient Power, and Thunder Wave. So what do I need to change out?
I'll send it to you later.
All right, cool.
But yeah, so with that, you all are there. What do you want to do? What do you guys do next? What is your goal? What do you want to do?
Jump up and high five.
So you all freeze midair, high fived, and then as you're frozen there and high five, and the birds come back out and they're doing it. It's you just hear
all three of us jump and high five, and then in the background is all three of them high fiving in the air.
And then you just hear, ooh, cringe, ooh, don't like this at all. And you look over and Joker's just floating there, and he's like, hey, hey, that was real weird what that girl did to me. It's kind of, Yeah.
Just came out of Pokeball.
Yeah, he just popped out.
He does that sometimes.
He's gonna be your Wobbuffet. He's just gonna pop out.
I love it because he actually has commentary.
So as he does that, actually just for a note, you all realize you have seen powers akin to Agatha before. When you encountered Sabrina and you chatted with Sabrina and all of that, you have seen psychic abilities that Agatha possessed before. This isn't something you're like, oh, this is something you've seen before. Just as a note before we wrap up.
Right.
And with that, you all slowly make your way out of the power plant as you make your way back to Lavender Town. And with that, Eric, before you wrap up, if you could go ahead and make another egg check.
Oh, yeah.
Egg check.
All right, so again,
D100 plus your animal handling, as well as a D20. If you get another natural 20, that'd be insane.
I'm just saying, I think that deserves a reward.
If you get another natural 20, the Pokemon will be shiny when it hatches.
Hey.
So that's 101.
Yikes. All of your D100 rolls have just gotten better and better.
All right.
You'll still get a shiny check either way at the end, but this will just go ahead and cement it as a shiny. For 3 natties.
Please. I believe in you, D&D gods. I do. No, you don't believe in me.
So close.
It was still a good roll, but holy crap.
It was.
All
That
right,
was
so
solid.
117.
Sweet. And with that is where we will bring tonight's episode. Tonight's longer episode. I apologize for the longer episode, but there was just a lot going on in the power plant. There was a lot. And
We had some good conversations.
it was great. I think that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, definitely, hit the likes buttons, all the subscribes and all of that. As a note, this is, of course, the final episode of 2020 for Pokemon D&D. We will not be back until... we're going to take 3 weeks off this time instead of the normal 2. just because I imagine it's going to be difficult for us to schedule a recording over the next couple of weeks. So we should be back on January 10th, 2021 with our next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.